Yes!
Oh, now? Hi, I don't know what I'm doing.
Has anything ever changed? Hello, welcome to the Seattle Makers podcast show thing.
All right, now it's live.
Existence.
How do we know?
We've been live for like the last 30 seconds.
Oh, great.
So, yeah, lots to announce today and tell and show about. First thing is kind of administrative, but also really fun. We now have name tags.
Yes. So we made these for the Maker Fair a couple years ago, and they didn't go so well. Shocker. And it took about an hour to make each one, we found. But we've taken that design and improved upon it, and instead of using vinyl for the letters, we're actually painting inside them. If we go to the next camera, we can see the next photo.
Sorry about that. As we say constantly, it's a growing process.
It is. So we were just talking about the name tags, and I was able to go run and grab them during the break. So here is... Oh, do we have camera?
Let's give this man a camera.
All right. Here's the original version. These are the ones we made for Maker Fair. The top and the very bottom lines are vinyl, and then the middle is laser cut.
SeatMakers.
Yeah.
Is that one of the improvements? Is the fact that that one's SeatMakers, and I think yours says SeatMakers?
Yeah, this is kind of what they end up looking like. So we kind of tried to stick them on back in the right spots, but vinyl did not work very well. Not this thin. It's like less than a millimeter thin on each letter. So kind of a mess. But we love how they looked. And so round two. Do you have yours?
Yeah.
There we go.
Round two. It doesn't have like the green acrylic done in the middle of it yet, but that's that thing. So is this just a laser cut then? I actually haven't looked hardcore at this.
It's a etch. So yeah, it goes left to right and rasters the letters in there. So you still have a really smooth surface for stuff that hasn't been laser etched or cut, and then that part's kind of roughed up. So if we go back to the photos, you can see Gigi literally just dabbing a bunch of paint in there and then scraping it off, which is not to say it was quick and easy, but pretty foolproof because you can just get paint in there and then the whole surface comes perfectly clean.
Oh, it's Joy and Brian.
Yeah.
They're two of our other... well, Joy's a co-founder with you, and then Brian's one of our makers.
Yeah. And we have a lot of makers. Actually, one of the inspirations for this is when you have a bunch of people who both contribute to the Makerspace or teach things, and then they're in there doing their projects, a lot of people will ask them questions, and they don't actually get their own stuff done. So we're committed that people actually get used to their membership too, and they're not just helping people the entire time. So if you see someone with a name tag, that's the person you talk to. If you see someone with a hoodie and earmuffs and a "Leave Me Alone" T-shirt, I'm here to make. Yeah, they're here for a project. So everybody gets a name tag.
This is the next thing we were going to talk about.
Oh yeah, it's another thing that John Magro and I tackled. John comes in on Saturdays and went to town on our CNC station. We really need a before picture, but those feet on the four corners of the CNC were just hanging over the edge of the desk, so you couldn't actually screw the screws in all the way. You can see some sawdust under there. It was piling up into the holes, so you couldn't actually connect things. So this is a much better setup, and we also have ergonomic a standing station that you can switch from one height to another, and the screen tilts, and it'll even swivel. So if you've used a CNC before, there's a lot of going back and forth between moving it and seeing where you're at, and then being over the bed. So you can swing that about 45 degrees, so you're looking right at the screen when you're over the bed. So it's looking a lot better.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to doing some guitar projects on that CNC.
Yes. Oh, we had our first guitar cut out of mahogany.
Cool.
It's pretty rad. I don't have a photo of it, but
yeah, darn it. We
posted
should
that up.
get that on the Instagram. Should send him a message and see if we can get a photo.
I might have a photo. But yeah, guitars.
Yeah.
Guitars,
I've got
tables.
I made friends with the dude who's part of a workshop in Zambia, actually.
Really?
And we had toyed around with the idea of having him like build some stuff and ship it over here, because you know it's tough over there, and like 1 or 2 purchases, even if that was all we got, would really elevate his situation.
Right.
You know, and it's one of the guys that's like, I wanted to help out because he's, you know, doing a few business things and not someone who's just like sitting there. It's slow going. And I was like, I want to at least do like one electric guitar and, you know, get him to do some accents and send it over and do a collaboration there. So yeah, more to come on that once. I shouldn't make any promises just yet because, you know, promises, but hopefully more announcements to come in the next few weeks.
I'm going to throw this additional file in here. We might be able to get to it. That guitar.
Do we have a picture?
It might be uploading.
Okay.
Well, we can loop back.
Well, yeah, maybe we'll jump back at the end of the thing.
The show and tell.
The show and tell. Let's see. New printers. I am super excited about this because the old printers frustrate me.
Yeah. They're about 3 years old now, and I think we might have got them. They were about a year old. I mean, when they came out, they were cutting edge. They were faster than the standard Prusa that they were releasing, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of tech that's been added the past few years. So
and a lot of things so that things don't break.
Yes.
Which is makes me happy. And a much better bed surface. Do we have that picture of the bed surface? Nope, that's a picture of our electrical wiring. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. This is Evelyn, who. Evelyn. I'm sorry to everyone whose name I mess up. I'm sorry.
It's very close. So Evelyn built this whole printer from scratch, from a kit, and this is her first print. That is spring steel that you can actually bend and just pop the print off.
I'm just excited about having that build surface because, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't have to spray that with hairspray.
You don't, no.
Which is awesome. There's nothing
like
hairspray is better than like bare glass, but it gums up and it like de-levels your bed over time, and I am just so thrilled that we have something that's more reliable and robust than that.
Much more user-friendly, yes. And we're going to be doing some more in-depth videos on that 3D printer and testing it out. We just imaged it with a heat gun, and the bed, you can see it's actually a lot more consistent and higher temperature. We're only getting like 120, or, well, I forget the Celsius and Fahrenheit, but it was inconsistent and much cooler, like 30 degrees cooler on the old printer that we're using. I think one, because you got to get all that heat through the glass instead of steel.
Yeah.
And two, it's just probably lower powered.
Well, I wonder if they got smart and put an aluminum heat spreader on the new one. Anyway, but that should be another full video that we should do and or chop in pieces and put on the Instagram.
Indeed.
So yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah, and it's up and going, so come on in and use our new printer. The high tech. It's got part cooling fan, so it's higher quality. I didn't grab the print, but come in and check it out. And we're going to be adding that to our certification, which is coming up next Sunday, actually. So, a week from next Sunday.
A week from next Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sunday is we'll go ahead and just jump into upcoming classes. Sunday is our intro to Tinkercad. I've said this before on the podcast, probably last time we announced this class, but everyone should learn CAD. If you can operate Microsoft Word, you can operate Tinkercad. And if you can operate Tinkercad, you can make crazy cool looking stuff. So, come, learn. How much is that intro class?
I think it's 75. I have to check.
Okay. The cost of a good meal can get you started making things.
Yes.
So don't feed your kids chicken nuggets on Sunday instead of taking them to a nice restaurant, and come to our Tinkercad class.
That is a perfect class for kids. I think they can
Take your
definitely
kids to our Tinkercad class.
Yeah.
Take your company to our Tinkercad class. What was the next one?
up, we have our laser cutter certification. So going back a day, Sunday.
Let's get past that, yeah.
Or Saturday, the 7th, we're doing another laser certification. So you can come on in and get certified to use our 90-watt lasers. They're awesome and fast and high-powered. They are probably the most versatile tool you can use. So leather, plastics, wood. You can do all of your Christmas gifts, and if you get certified, you get the lowest member use rate, and you'll be able to book time on there and just use it whenever you need it.
Yeah.
So that is 3 to 6.
The lasers are great tools for impatient people. If you've
Yeah.
tried 3D printing, 3D printing is great because you can set something and it's relatively benign. So you keep an eye on it, but you can do another thing while you're watching it. Lasers is like it's done in 20 minutes.
Instant gratification.
Yes. I am all about this.
Yeah. I feel like we're two different. There we go.
We're in two different
I'm
perspectives.
in Zoom.
I like how my hand is further forward in the frame, and it just looks like I'm a normal-sized person with Shaquille O'Neal-sized hands.
Right.
It's fun watching my hand with like a 10 microsecond delay and in like 12 or 24 frames per second or whatever this webcam looks in, because it feels like I have like a Cthulhu hand. Like it wiggles kind of out of rhythm with my actual movements on the screen.
It's also very entertaining.
Extremely.
Yeah.
This is the quality
You could do
content you subscribe to the Seattle Makers podcast for.
You could put some eyes on there and make it an octopus puppet.
Yeah. Maybe that should be our next project for Instagram, is making octopus puppets.
We're doubling down on this. This is...
Okay, you want to do the
That's
next
great.
announcement?
All right, next up. Don't know how to segue into CNC milling. Careful with your fingers. We have a...
Sure.
We
Or
have
your hand will end up like mine.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. So come to our CNC certification and learn how to save your fingers while CNCing. It's a transition. This is the second part of the 2-part certification. So come on Sunday to do the V-carve, and we'll teach you all the design. And then this is limited to 2 people, and we get hands-on with the brand new. You'd be the first one to do the CNC certification.
With the new table setup.
The nice, ergonomic design.
Yeah. So that's not this upcoming Sunday, but the following one. Saturday. Sorry. 14th.
Yes. Saturday the 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. And then finally, we mentioned our 3D print certification. That's going to be on the 15th, Sunday, from 1 to 3, I want to say. We're really dialing in our template for the show. Got a little missing information, but
yeah.
It's all on the website.
The website, seattlemakers.org/events, or there's also a calendar page, probably /calendar. No, it's just /events. And then you can see everything which you want to.
let's see. 3D printer certification.
And
1 to 3.
1 to 3.
Confirm.
Okay, you are correct.
No. Well, it's repeating, so it is 1 to 3.
It is 1 to 3.
I'll be there. You should be there too.
Okay. And the community health report.
All right. We have...
Drum roll. I actually have a lap drum
Oh,
that was
there you go.
CNC milled. We talked about this before.
Drum roll, please. 75 users.
Yay!
And 825 days open.
Cool. Good job.
Yeah.
Holding steady at those users. Tell your friends. Tell your mother and your father and your dog and your children
We
and
do have-
your wife and
we have
your cousins and
all
your
of those
nephews
people.
and your nieces and your coworkers and your boss.
And we have gift certificates if you want to just gift them machine time or a membership. We can also laser cut you out a really cool gift for you to give that has felt on it and their name and all that, so you can wrap it up and give the gift that keeps on making.
Yeah.
Giving.
If you have like, I'm thinking of that, like if you have a kid who you're like, they're a cool kid but they don't know what they want to do, get them a gift certificate that's like a month membership, and then you bump into the like most interesting and capable people here who like can code and who do video and who do audio and who do costumes, and there's a little something for everybody. It's hard not to find something that you're interested in. So yeah, do that. That'll get them out of the house and make them into productive members of society, just like us.
Yeah. Great contribution.
Yeah, other than that, I'm mentioned Instagram a few times and I'm starting to feel a little bit spammy even for me saying it, but come to the Seattle Makers HQ on Instagram because we're putting up lots of great stuff. Feel free to like follow that and share that because that's really appreciated.
Definitely.
Everything else is down in the description if you have another medium which you would prefer to consume us on. Besides that, that's it.
I think that's it for our show. Thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, remember to like and subscribe to the video and check out our calendar for a bunch of upcoming events, and we look forward to seeing you in the space.
Bye.